Hey guys, look what we have today. We had a 2012 Ferrari FF in for an oil change. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this. I'm here with Mark, and he's working on a lawnmower there. So anyway, we're going to lift this thing up, take the under tray off, and get access to everything so we can change the oil. But we've got some stuff over here. We're going to use this liquid moly here, 10W60. So that's what we're using for oil. And then we've got a filter here, Ferrari filter with some new plugs here, or drain plugs and washers. So hopefully we have enough oil here, because it takes quite a bit in this big old V12. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, get this thing up in the air and take the under trays off and show you all that. We're going to go ahead and take this bottom tray off here and the one forward of it. There's a couple lines that they want to disconnect, and they're up in here, so we'll have to take this little forward tray off also. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that. Oil filter is up in here. I know it's kind of dark, so that's where that's at. Let me grab a light over here. All right, there's the oil filter. So like I said, it's underneath this panel, so that the panel's got to come off, and then we got to get to the drain plug for the sump and the engine block. So like I said, this tray's got to come off. After you take all the screws out for the tray, there's a couple clamps here for some boots. So there's one up front here. This is on the passenger side, and then there's another one right here. Like I said, they're both on the passenger side. So those will have to come off. Let's look on the right side, or left side here. There is no clamps on those, so those are good. But yeah, we'll have to disconnect those. So
they are disconnected, my brother.
Once you get those off, the tray should come out. So Mark's going to point to the drain plug there. There's the main on the block. And then the filter is
over, where the heck is it?
Right there.
It's right in here.
I'll get
a better view there. Let's say I like
so the filter is right here.
Right here.
And then the sump is
right over here.
Right there. So those two drain plugs and the filter need to come off. And then the oil lines up here, these need to be disconnected here.
Yep.
I mean, they recommend taking these off. So we're going to take them off today, drain these out. I know some people probably don't do that every time. Just like the 360, that they have oil lines that a lot of people don't drain. But we're going to go ahead and show you that. We're going to take these off today. So these will have to be disconnected also. So we're going to go ahead and probably drain the block first, and hopefully get most of the oil out of the block here.
This one.
And then see how much comes out of the sump.
Maybe do the lines too.
Yeah, the lines, yeah. Yes. All right. We still got the main drain draining. So we've disconnected these upper lines here underneath the radiator.
What are they, 34 and 36?
Yes, yeah. And then they're draining right now. Quite a bit of oil comes out of there, so probably recommend you taking these lines loose. They are quite tight, so
yes, they are.
Try not to. You really want to back up this one nut here, right here on the radiator.
That's the 34.
So you're going to have some wrenches of. You're going to have some wrenches that are pretty long, because there's a lot of torque on those, more than really needed to be, I believe. But just to give you a heads up, those are tight. So we're going to go ahead and let them drain for a while before we do the sump. We've got our lines cleaned up, hooked up here. So those are all secure now. We'll have to leak check this later on. So that's good. Mark is going to go ahead and put in our main drain plug now. New crush washer and that. All right, so this is the old plug sitting in here. It is a magnet, so when you're changing it out, the new plug should have a magnet on it also. I don't see any fuzz or anything on it, so that's good indication that everything's good. Like I said, don't forget your crush washer, and when you're installing the crush washer, the side that has the curvature goes towards the top of the plug here. So curvature down, all right? Because there is a difference. Flat part goes towards the block, all right? All right, so this is 60 Newton meters. We're going to torque that to 60. If you're wanting to torque the pipes, they're 70 Newton meters. These are 70 Newton meters. Okay, and then the sump here, right there, that's 50 Newton meters. But we haven't taken that out yet. All right, so Mark is torquing it up. It actually comes out to 44 foot-pounds also, if you wanted to know that. So he's got it torqued up. We made this little funnel here. We didn't make a mess. There's quite a bit of oil that comes out of the sump. So we've got it rolling over here into our drain. And looks like we're doing such a great job here of not making a mess. But there's quite a bit of oil there. So if you take that off, be expected to get a lot of oil there. All right, we've got our drip pan up there that we made to catch the oil, so we're not making a mess all over the frame. And Mark is catching it right there. I'm going to go ahead and screw more of that out right now. But it should not make too much of a mess. There, the filter's out.
Okay. If you want to drop it, I'll probably be fine. I'll catch it. You got it? You got it? You got it.
There it is.
That's it. There's the oil coming.
So we've got it out there without making too big of a mess.
It's pretty good.
With our little funnel apparatus there. We'll let that drip for a few minutes, and then we'll install a new filter. So we're still letting this drain a little bit. We're going to go ahead and reinstall this forward panel here back in the car. Just to give you a little bit of advice here, there's all these screws that go through the bumper here, but there's one here that goes through it, so it doesn't attach to the outer skin here. So that one may be hidden for you, so don't forget about it. We got our filter here. We pre-lubed the oil, the O-ring here, so we've got some oil on it. We also went over here, cleaned the surface off where the oil filter goes. So that's all cleaned up, ready to go. We did put our forward under tray here back in position. We're ready for the rear one once we get the plug back in for the sump. So really put the filter on and then the sump on, and the under tray will be ready to put on. So we've got our sump drain on here, new plug on there. We've got the filter installed, torqued up, 30 Newton meters on that. And we've got the main drain plug here installed also, which is right here. And then our oil lines up front, right in there. So those are all hooked up. We should be ready to go. We may leave this panel off here for a little bit. We'll put the oil in, run it, and then verify there is nothing leaking, and then put everything back together. So we've removed this panel here. It just has the two fasteners in the corner. Pull it out, aft, and then take the cap off there, and the dipstick is right next to it. As you can see, the dipstick is right here. So we're going to go ahead and start pouring some oil in this thing. We're adding oil to it. We actually added 9 liters according to the service manual here. It says fill with the specified fluid type. Gradually add 9 liters of oil. And then start the engine, let it idle for approximately 3 minutes. Turn it off. Add another 4 and recheck. So that's what we're going to do. We've got 9 in it right now. We're going to go ahead and let it idle for 3 minutes. We'll do some leak checks real quick. And then we'll turn it off and add the rest. All right? All right, so we've got it started up. We're gonna let it run for about 3 minutes. All right. We're gonna go ahead and check some stuff underneath the car here. Make sure we don't have anything leaking. Our sump should be about there. I don't see anything coming from the filter, so that's a good sign. And then we'll check these lines up front. Which I don't see anything. We'll have to lift the car up and look at the lines. There's some louvers underneath that you can look directly at the lines. So I don't see anything running out. So that's a good indication. We're going to go ahead and turn this off right now and check our oil quantity. All right, we got it shut off now. We're going to go ahead and take this cap back off, and then we're going to add another 4 liters approximately. Now, that's going to vary per vehicle, especially if you didn't take those lines off on the oil cooler up front. So if you didn't take the lines off the oil cooler up front, it's probably going to take a lot less. So we're going to go ahead and check this right now. And like I said, we had minimum earlier. Now, since we ran it, it's not showing anything. So like I said, we're 4 liters short approximately. So we're going to go ahead and add that right now. So Mark is still adding the 4 liters or approximately 4 liters. It may vary per motor. And then they want you to run the motor at 4,000 to 4,500 for 1 minute. Idle for 2 minutes, and then without turning it off, within 1 minute, check your dipstick with the engine running. All right? All right, so we put 3 liters in it. We still have a liter to go, maybe. We're going to check the level before we add that last little bit of oil. So we're going to run this about 4,000 RPM for about 1 minute, and then let it idle for 2 minutes, and then once it's done at idle for 2 minutes, we're going to pull the dipstick out within 1 minute and check the quantity. All right, so that's what we're going to do at this point. So we did our 4,000 RPMs for 2 minutes. Now we're going to do for 1 minute, idle for 2 minutes, and then check the oil within 1 minute. All right. So let me show you here. Like I said before, hold the engine speed at 4,000 for 1 minute. Idle for 2 minutes, and then without switching the engine off, check the oil within 1 minute. So that's where we're at right now. All right. We've got the oil level checked and everything. We're going to throw this panel back on. And then we're going to go ahead and check the filter and all our fittings below. Make sure we don't have any leaks for sure. And then throw the under tray on. All right. So he's going to throw that back on there. The front tucks in first. And then you get the little fasteners in the back there that have to be secured. Here's our drain plug. That's dry. Our sump looks dry. The oil filter looks dry, and then our 2 lines up front are dry. So we're going to go ahead and reinstall this under tray and finish this job up. Don't forget to hook up your 2 tubes here on the passenger side, and now we're ready to push this thing up back into place. All right, the front end over here gets tucked up underneath this forward panel here. So other than that, we're going to go ahead and put everything back together. We've got the rear tray on right now. That's all hooked up, ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and lower the car back down and then do a reset on the oil service. So that's where we're at. All right, so normally when you go to reset the oil service, you would go through the menu here, main menu, We're going to go to setup and then scroll down to service. Hit OK. And then it should be a reset here, but you can only do that like 8 times before you have to take it back to a dealer that has the proper scanner. We don't have, our scanner will not reset this. If it had been less than 8 services, we would have been able to reset it, but he's going to have to take it back to the dealer to get a reset done on the oil. No big deal. It's just not going to show, it's not going to fill the window with his information for days, mileage. So he'll have to get that taken care of. But other than that, this completes the service of the oil on the 2012 Ferrari FF. And if you like this, please subscribe. Stay tuned. We have more stuff coming up. And I'll catch you next time.